Luce Cannon and Wack100 are beefing. Let's talk about it. This is Fresh Hip-Hop Opinion with your guy Olize. Don't forget to subscribe. So yes, Luce Cannon and Wack100, who've been terrorizing artists, actors, and everybody else on the West Coast in hip-hop for some time now. Luce Cannon, who's currently arrested, related to the whole RICO case involving Big U, fell out with Wack100 just before he was arrested by the feds. The exact reasons are out there, but it's a bit murky. But it seemed very one-sided. Wack100 saying he never fell out with Luce, but Luce fell out with him. And Luce Cannon, of course, mainly well known for saying that Big U had something to do with Nipsey Hussle losing his life, saying that Nipsey had been killed before it even happened. I mean, nowadays people are not really believing that story anyway, because Luce Cannon is kind of known for lying quite a bit. But as much as I say Luce Cannon has a problem with Wack100 has also said that he never forgot the bad words that Luce Cannon was saying about him back in the day. And to be honest with you, I forgot all about Luce Cannon speaking about Wack like that back in the day. You have to wonder, why would they even get together and collaborate and Wack help him with his career as a online presence if he was going so hard on Wack? And why would Luce Cannon work with Wack if he really felt that way about him? But in a way, you can say they kind of used each other. Both of them had an enemy in common, and that was Big U. And in case you don't know about when Luce Cannon was dissing, check this clip out.
So it's like, Wack, it's like you do all this internet thug and acting like you just so turned up, putting it on Paru this, Paru that. Nobody's saying you do nothing. You beat up a kid that was stitches. Like, bro, you did some buster and then you acting like you got clout, and you paid two to act like they KKKs, but it was construction workers, and you paid them $150. All that clout chasing don't equal up to real. We on real time. Like, you have to really start watching your mouth, because play that keeps. Like, you talking about let's get down with the low, and you could put that on power. Bet you any dollar. You don't want to get down the low. No, you staring death in his eye. That's why you want to run with some coward. Well, let me call Big U. Let me do this. Bitch ass, he don't with you. You's a. He don't with rats. He don't with rat lovers.
Yeah, fam. Luce Cannon went in talking about Wack was an internet thug. And he was real aggressive with it when he was talking. One thing for sure, Luce Cannon, he's not one to play with. He even did a rap song dissing Wack100. Now, was it really genuine hate for Wack? Or was it because Wack's name was kind of big out there and just to get some buzz around his name? Probably the latter, since they started working together afterwards. But Wack100 definitely didn't forget about it, that's for sure. But you have to wonder if Wack100 always had this in mind to get back at Luce Cannon for what he said about him years ago. Then that's kind of scary, because Wack actually helped Luce Cannon's career. Why would you help somebody you're trying to get back at in the long run? Some people are looking at it like that Wack is like a master tactician, but some people are just saying Wack is trying to save face for helping somebody that was pretty much using him. Luce Cannon's ex has decided to chime in and add to discrediting Luce Cannon's reputation. She called into academics saying that Luce Cannon has been snitching, tried to get her jammed up for a crime from the past.
Seen Luce Cannon one time. I can't say I've been around him or he's told me personally about anything that I'll be the only one privy to. You were right, or you are his wife. If you were dating him during this time that he was allegedly robbing weed dispensaries, if the cops or the feds said, "Hey, listen, we want you as a witness to tell us what you know," would you cooperate against your husband?
Yes.
Damn, that's some deep hate. Holy. Wait, why? Now, I ain't gonna lie. That people.
So let me tell you why. Luce Cannon implicated me in one of his robberies and tried to get me locked up. Him and Sharice went to the police.
Wait, hold on. You got to slow it down. Walk me through this, because I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I never expected to hear it. Hold on. How? Wait, how we?
So if you go look up, go on Google, type in 7756 Kingdom Drive, robbery, home invasion robbery.
Yeah, fam. Yeah, academics was asked, and she said she would testify or cooperate with the police, the feds, whoever. She would cooperate and get him in trouble. But to be fair, her reasoning that he tried to get her jammed up makes sense. That's why people say the streets is a myth. People are ratting on each other. There's no loyalty. In 2025, there is no loyalty in the streets. So leave it alone, people. What made me laugh is when she actually said to academics he can go and Google the specific case where Luce Cannon snitched on her. So Luce needs to get on the phone with her and throw her some bread. Keep her quiet. But it sounds like it's past that now. And Wack100 also alluded to Luce Cannon maybe snitching while inside, because Luce apparently is on the same area as Lil Durk locked up. And Wack posted this. They sent Luce up there to get info out of Durk. He's been pulled out of the schedule of the RICO he's named in. Everybody's court date has been moved to May 2026 trial. But Luce Cannon, if all other codees will be on trial on May 2026, then where will he be? His B slipped and ran her mouth to her mother. Her mother communicating with a New York ninja Luce connected her with from YouTube. He's trying to work Durk for the feds. Give bro heads up, he needs to put the Muslim wall around him. And then Wack added in the caption, the plot thickens. Chi-Town, warn your mans. I did my part. Yeah, fam. I mean, when it rains, it pours. To be labeled a snitch when you're inside can't be a good thing. It's mad how Wack100 and Luce Cannon's relationship has got to this point. They were as thick as thieves. Now they're just acting like thieves. And Wack100 was on the Adam and Wack show, and he was speaking about the Luce Cannon situation even more. And he doubled down that Luce could be snitching. Check out the clip.
So now the things I do know, when I keep hearing I'm about to get out, I'm finna get out, even though you getting multiple denials, right? Based upon pending cases and this, that, and other potentially gonna pop up. And the conversation I know you had with victim one, who you in fact are in there for, the death you went in, the things you said about Big U, who you was, who you are, the Big U, on this man's phone to this man. There's no way, bro, that can happen.
Yeah, fam. So he believes Luce could be snitching because Luce Cannon keeps saying he's gonna be out soon. Now, does that mean he's gonna be out soon? Really? No. Everybody says they're gonna be out soon. I think Brick Baby was saying the same thing. But Wack also believes how deep he was with Big U in terms of criminality, allegedly. So it is weird that Luce could feel like he'll be out soon unless he's giving up information to the feds. And there's even an unsold ending of life that Wack100 believes Luce Cannon may be given to the feds to help him get released. I mean, it's a bit of a reach. So Big U apparently was trying to get Luce tied in with this ending of life of this individual. And for some reason, Wack believes Luce Cannon may be giving up information regarding that particular case. But Academics was on stream also, and he said he got a call from Wack100. And this was off the record, but Academics said Wack advised him not to cover any more of the Luce Cannon situation due to potential legal issues that may arise regarding that case. Check out the clip.
I will say this, and I don't think Wack told me this in secrecy, so I'm just gonna be like, Wack made a personal call to me today expressing some things that I won't mention, but some seriousness around some things happening with the Luce Cannon situation, maybe some possible legal or whatever. And he asked me, he says, Zach, I'm asking you as someone who, you know, I would have your back and I want you to have my back. Could you not indulge in this Luce Cannon Wack debacle anymore? And, you know, the details of what he told me to kind of support that goes neither here nor there, and it's not for me to share with y'all. But out of, you know, you got to have some loyalty and some respect as in terms of the friendships and things like that. And I also usually think about these things and imagine if I made that request, would you want somebody to honor it? And, you know, I think my one caveat was, wait, are you going to still entertain it?
Yeah, fam. So that's kind of an update of the main points of what's going on between Wack100 and Luce Cannon. Obviously, they have fallen out big time. And for sure, this is not a fake thing. But when I've seen Wack100 speaking about the situation, particularly on the Adam and Wack show, although he's exposing Luce Cannon as a potential snitch, he does seem very sad that the relationship did end in the way he did, because Wack was saying that he genuinely was trying to help him in his career, which kind of contradicts that Wack was always gonna destroy him because of what Luce Cannon said in the past. But whatever the reason, Wack and Luce have really fallen out to this depth. One thing for sure, it's not over. But that's just my opinion. I want to know yours. And I advise, join the membership for this channel, get exclusive content for less than $2 a month. This is Fresh Hip Hop Opinion. Peace and love.